But we finally did it. We made the entire villager trading hall with optimized trades, unlimited, and completely breaking the game's worth of enchantments. But there's still one thing that's even better than this. Now we're gonna get God armor. And welcome to the 1.14 world, also known as the God armor world. Now, it's going to be really weird playing this game on 1.14 because, well, it's rather old, but this is the only way that we're going to be able to get God armor. And so, yeah, this is going to be a long way of me playing this game in order to get 1.14 armor. So, let's start running around until we can find a village that best fits our specifications. And starting off in a newer world is always very painful. Do something heretical and just not dig up that entire tree. I'm gonna need a bed, so I might as well just take the life of the sheep. Stop running. So the place we're looking for is kind of specific, but the place that I'm looking for is a village that's in a desert biome or savanna biome. Either way would work, and it's got to be surrounded by water. And in that way, we could easily replace what already exists in our world with something that's sort of like it. Now, obviously, there's gonna be some differences when we splice it into the technical guide world, but I'm not really too concerned about it. It should be relatively painless, relatively speaking. The hardest part right now is finding a village that best fits that sort of criteria for me. Once we find that, we then have to start doing the painful task of 1, protecting the village from future problems, 2, creating a villager breeder, 3, getting enough resources in order to buy the villager up until their maximum point. So yeah, the hardest part about this is playing the game to the point where the villagers can provide the enchantment books required in order to get the books necessary to then make the god books. Playing the world up until that point is going to be the hardest part for me personally. It's going to take so much time to get to that point, but it is what it is. In order to get god armor, you're going to have to work a little bit. So we passed by that village, and the reason why that village behind me doesn't work is because it doesn't fit the criteria that I'm looking for. Remember, it's got to be in a desert or savanna biome, and it's got to be surrounded by water, and that quite frankly just doesn't suit it. So we're going to keep looking forward, or I guess moving forward. I don't know, whichever works. We might have a good one. All it's got to be is surrounded by water, but it doesn't seem like it is, so that's unfortunate. Oh well, let's just go raid this area. Maybe we can get some like good utility blocks and just continue forward. Yeah, this is not gonna work, but let's just raid it anyway. Oh, this could work. Come on, please be surrounded by water. Please be an ocean. If this is the location, then I guess we're gonna be rocking up over here. Oh, please be surrounded by water. This area is water. What about the other side? All right, this area is also water. Oh, that's a lot of drowned. And this side's also surrounded by water. We found one. We found a village that's just in the middle of an ocean. That's perfect. We have found a place where we could set up shop in order to get the god armor. This is the place where we're going to set up shop. We'll begin our world here, and we'll be here until we can get at least a shulker box's worth of god armor. Like with any new base, first thing I did was secure the area. Got my spruce tree, ran it down, and started covering the area with a double layer of spruce fences, making sure that nothing can get in or get out. And because this was not really flat area, I need to just kind of work with what I had. And then afterwards, I started flattening out the inside of my base to ensure that the villagers don't accidentally die from fall height. And yeah. Alright, now that we have flattened out this entire area and more or less secured it. Oh, there's a villager outside. Let me go bring him in. Now we're going to go make a Fletcher, an armorer, as well as a couple of librarians in order to get blast protection, fire protection, projectile protection, and just protection. And then we'll put them all together and make god armor. So of course, the first thing I did was start up an iron farm. I needed the emeralds, and this was the fastest way to do it. So I got a zombie, I put my villagers in place, but what came afterwards was a problem that I really didn't see happening and really took the wind out of my sails. Okay, so here's my problem. I forgot that the iron farm that I've constructed only works on 1.14.3. We're on 1.14.2, and so this configuration isn't gonna work. So I'm gonna have to pivot my efforts to something else. I'm still going to need to get the armorer, and I'm going to need to get the librarians, but I'm going to need to rely on Fletcher's more to be my primary source of emeralds, which is going to take so long. All right, let's get to work. So of course, the first thing I did was tear down the iron farm. I built a villager breeder in its place because I needed as many villagers in as soon as possible so I don't have to play in this world for too long. Now, in addition to the librarians and the armorer and the toolsmith and weaponsmith, now I needed to get a lot of Fletchers, which was a gigantic problem. See, even though I was filling up the villagers with the random assortments of different job types, the fact that I had to keep getting more and more Fletchers and more sticks and cutting them down was taking up so much time, and it felt like no matter how much time that had passed, there wasn't enough sticks to generate the emeralds that I needed. And not only that, I had to also take care of the cows, because the cows were the only things giving me the books needed to get the books for God Armor. So it was just like one gigantic pain. Eventually though, I did manage to get myself a cleric, got myself ender pearls, and got myself into good rhythm. When I went mining, I found myself in an abandoned mine shaft, went down to go find some lava, found that, and constructed myself another portal where things started to go in my favor. There was a nether fortress right outside the nether portal. Okay, so after trading back and forth with the villagers for what seemed like forever, and going, luckily, into another fortress that spawned right outside of my nether portal, we are gonna go use all the blaze rods that we got. Then we're going to get as many ender pearls as we can and go unlock the end. So I've been busy at work trading with these villagers. Initially I thought I'm just gonna trade for enchantment bottles, and then it dawned on me that like in order to enchant all these protections into one armor, I'm gonna need a lot of levels. And honestly, the cave spider EXP farm is not going to be fast enough. What's the fastest way that I can make a farm for EXP? And I thought Enderman farm. And if we're going to go to the end, I might as well utilize all the all the different trader llamas that I've accumulated this entire time. And unfortunately, I can't actually breed them. I've tried. I've used up basically all the hay bales in this area. They don't seem to breed. And I don't know if that's like because baby llamas just do not exist yet. But honestly, saying it out loud, I've always been kind of like iffy on on the llama dupe. Even though like I was gonna commit to doing it, it doesn't really like help anyone knowing how to do this dupe, considering that it's been patched, literally the next patch 1.15. And so there's no point in me actually going into it. And so I just don't feel compelled to actually do it myself. So we're gonna do it legitimately. We're not gonna use these llamas to dupe it, but we are still gonna need the levels. So off to the end we go. So by now you've probably realized that my experience with 1.14.2 was less than ideal. The game in the state was very buggy, more buggy than I remember playing it back in the day, and just the amount of here, take a look at this for a moment. What the hell? Right, well. Oh, okay, so I just need to reload the world. 1.14 is just such a buggy mess. I guess it's here. I forgot my shovel, so we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way and just dig straight down. Let's go! Let's go! I'm voting for this one! Yeah, let's go! Eventually, though, I did find the end portal. Oh my god, we finally found it. Alright, I need to write down these coordinates. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go through it, because I forgot to bring flint and steel. Alright, let's do this. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but we're gonna find out together. And then, of course, the worst thing that could possibly happen to me happened. Yep, you're looking at that right. I didn't set my bed, and so I got sent back to spawn. Finally I'm back. I don't even know if I can get to another roof. Oh my goodness, it worked. Okay, so it should be right here. Of course not! Ah! Alright, now we wait. And hopefully it'll work. Maybe. We'll see. Oh my goodness, it still works! Hell yeah! forgot to set my respawn point. Oh, God. Oh, God, I forgot to set my spawn point. Alright, we're back. Now, first things first, go to sleep. It was at this moment that I actually stopped and looked at the sunset and thought about all the things I would have to do, enchanting all the armor. And when I thought about that, something in me kind of broke. You know what? No, I'm not doing this. We're gonna get one god armor, and then we're gonna go into the future to 1.19. I can't play in this world anymore. Oh my word, 1.14.2 is intolerably bad. I can't. I'm just gonna have the one and call it a day. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. We're going to make four god armor. 4 god armor, and then we're out of here. We're out of here. We're not doing this anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't play on this game anymore. Not on 1.14, no. Look, the dragon fight was already, like, it was... I can't explain to you how bad it felt. Quick interruption. I noticed that only 10% of you actually subscribe to this channel. Watching this long, I must be doing something right, so if you like this video, hit that like button and please subscribe to this channel. Any support helps and these videos take a bit long to make. Thank you so much, and back to the video. Grab our anvils. Okay, I can make exactly 2. Alright, I guess we here then. I guess we are here then. So I'm gonna go on the assumption that you didn't roll lucky on anything, and we're just gonna destroy all these enchantments. When doing this, you need to make sure that you have the order of operations correct. Now, the reason being is that enchantments have 2 things going for them. One is that the more times you enchant something, the more times it'll increase in enchantment cost exponentially. And it'll get to the point where even if you put down amending, which typically only has enchantment cost of 2, that will be too expensive on the equipment because the equipment itself used on the anvil way too much. That also includes repairing the item, say a diamond chestplate with a diamond piece. Secondly, is that we also need to minimize the amount of enchantment cost that it costs to enchant. Now, in order to understand that, let me show you what I mean. So, if we put down blast protection and protection, we get an enchantment cost of 4. But if we reverse it and blast protection is on the second, you get an enchantment cost of 8. And the whole point is that we're trying to drive 1, the enchantment cost as low as possible, and 2, make it so that whenever we do enchant the boots or the chestplate with the helmet, we hit the thing as minimal times as possible. And so, this is the order of operations. So we already got the first part down, blast protection and protection. So we're going to do that for the rest of the books. So now we have blast protection and protection. From here, we want to put down fire protection first, and then projectile protection, which will give us an enchantment cost similar to the one previous of 4. So let's combine all of those. The one with the blast protection and the regular protection, it goes in first, and then afterwards put down fire and projectile protection. So right now, it is a cost of 10. Down, put that down. So now we have an enchanted book that has blast protection, regular protection, fire protection, and projectile protection, all maximum of 4. And we have 4 of these books that can only do 1 entire set. Now, the only ones that we're going to be enchanting are these diamond armor. The other enchantments, we don't need to enchant any more than this book onto this chestplate. So we're only going to enchant with the god armor protection for now. And then you'll see how much it'll cost when you try putting the god armor books onto these diamond plates. 23. So we're already beginning to redline it, which means that we need to limit the amount of times that we enchant to the diamond armor. So let's get to it. So I rolled up, went over to the end, and instead of making a formal enderman farm, I decided to just break one of the pillars down to 2 height, put anvils in front, and just began chopping away, chopping and chopping until I was able to get enough levels to combine all the books. And when I combined all the books, I was able to then combine the books again to make the god armor book, and eventually hit it over and over again until I got to level 23 4 times. In which case was able to then create more god armor, and it had a complete set of god armor. Alright, now that we got 1 entire full god armor, we just gotta do it one more time. So, let's get started. With the end in sight, I was really motivated to finally finish this project. Okay, now that we've got 2 sets of armor that has god armor, let's head back home. This has been like a 3-week long process, and the fact that I got 2 armors that have god armor, I think is good enough. So with that being said, let's bring this over to the 1.19 world, and more specifically, the technical guide world. Okay, so we are going to go into our installations folder and going to put in a new installation. Now, we're not going to go straight into 1.19.2. Actually, what we're going to do is go to a snapshot for 1.17. Snapshot 21W03A. And we're going to call this Netherwater.